concept of detachment is something that we tend to hear highlighted and glorified so much on a spiritual path. Oh, you should be more detached. Oh, we should practice non-attachment. The practice of vairagya is something that's seen as, a great, great virtue to be non-attached. And yet, it's actually misunderstood. It's a non-attachment from, or a detachment from, that which is binding us, that which is keeping us in chains, that which is keeping us from being free. So if you think for a moment about a bird, if a bird is tied by the leg to the ground, it cannot fly. A bird should detach itself from the string so that it could fly. Or if you say there's a pile of honey and the bird was there drinking the honey and loving the honey and then it got stuck so it couldn't fly. Bird should detach itself from that because its dharma, its nature, its highest calling is to fly. But you would never say to the bird, you should detach yourself from your wings. So it's not detachment as a blanket answer to everything. It's detachment from that which is binding and chaining me from becoming, being, fulfilling the highest of who I am. For most of us, we are stuck. We are stuck with our egos, we're stuck with our attachment to material possessions, we're stuck with our attachment to things in the family, how this one talks to me, how that one talks to me, did this one do their share of the chores, not their share of the chores. These are the little things that we tend to get very stuck with. The clothes we're wearing, the clothes somebody else is wearing, how they compare to the clothes we're wearing. These are the things that make up 99% of what most of us think about. The problem with that is we then cannot literally fly and attain internally the heights that we're supposed to. But if in a very specific case like you, having attained the heights of career success, of name success, of all of that, what you have committed yourself to is in that sky, the greater sky, the greater good, to literally fly, not just for yourself, but to bring all of the others along with you, then the last thing you need is to figure out how to be detached from your wings. It's your wings that are carrying not just you, but carrying so many others, so many people. There's a type of bird, I don't know if we have them here, I haven't seen them, but in America there's a type of bird called quail. And we have them here too? Okay. So the quail birds are great flyers, but for some very strange reason, they spend most of their time waddling on the ground, actually. So you see them in these packs, walking and waddling on the ground. And if you drive through like country roads or beautiful natural places, you'll come upon these hordes of quail waddling in the middle of the road. Kind of like the cows here. And they don't care, and you honk your horn and they don't pay any attention. And as you get closer and closer and you're driving in the car, you think, oh my God, I'm going to run over all these birds. and you honk your horn and they still don't fly. They're waddling, 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 waddling. And finally something happens. And out of the pack, one quail flaps its wings and starts to fly. And as it does that, miraculously, simultaneously, by some force that we cannot see or measure, the entire pack flaps their wings, and they all, just as the car would have run them all over, the entire pack flaps their wings and flies into the sky. And that is actually what we need. You wouldn't say to the quail, you should detach yourself from those wings. It's the wings that it needs to be more attached to. Stop waddling on the ground. Remember, you have wings. Be more detached from whatever you're doing and stuck to waddling on the ground, because you're a bird, you can fly. So the practice of detachment is one to free us. The last thing we want is to be detached from that which is carrying us higher and higher. Sometimes people will come in and they'll say, how do I detach myself from God? Or how do I detach myself from the Guru? Or detach myself from prayer? And it's like, no. Those are the vehicles that take you. That's the destination. We're trying to detach ourselves from that which keeps us from God, from the Guru, from prayer, from flying. But when we misunderstand it, we think somehow we're supposed to be, detached in a vacuum. No. Not that. Keep flying.